set up shop in your office.
Yeah. There's not enough room. All our room to be taken.
I mean, after seeing what they had.
Yes.
Well, your conference room probably.
Yeah, yeah, but that's my office.
Well, the room across from the engineer's office. Does that get used anymore at all?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm kind of spread out into that room too with a bunch of maps and trying to get a good handle on
what you got?
all Gary's information.
You've been picking his brain.
It's like drinking from a
Yeah,
fire
move my
hose.
hair.
Oh. Anything else for Jeff and Gary this morning? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, you received the bills electronically. Any questions on any of the bills? Okay, we'd entertain a motion to approve the bills. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion or questions? All those in favor say aye. Aye, opposed, motion carried. And we circulated the Fairfield Township annual report. And we need to acknowledge receipt of,
Move to accept.
okay? Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion, questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Updates on board and committee meetings. Anything, Heidi?
Yeah. This one will be a little longer than normal, but, social services, we had our HR committee meeting and just, I guess, to give you guys an idea of what they're currently doing with the restructuring of the, social service regions. They are submitting to be an administrative service organization or ASO. So to lead the new district. They had to send in their RFP. We're working on it. It's 65 pages. It was released on the 30th of August. There's different timelines as far as questions and things. I think, it's due October 18th. I know the other day, when Todd joined the meeting, he had spent 4 hours that morning just working on some of the questions. So they're each taking certain things. On the RFP, they're not given a budget. And they have not been given a, like scope of work to be completed
By the state.
by the state, because the state doesn't have it yet. It's not ready yet. So they are submitting a proposal to do work they're anticipating the state would like them to do. Without any reasonable idea of how much money they're gonna have to do it with. They are also planning to complete an RFP for the disability access point. Now that has not been released yet. But some of those duties could overlap with some of the duties they are now submitting an RFP for. It probably would have made more sense for them to be able to do both at the same time. Because you would be able to, say, well, this person could do this for both. Jobs. Just, letting you know that clear vision that the state has set forth on their reorganization. But it's gonna be very helpful, maybe. Other than that, it was pretty much standard, but it's just a lot of time that they're spending doing this. When the next RFP comes out, they'll have to do the same thing again, and I doubt that it'll be probably any shorter. But this seems like a lot, 65 pages. And it's not very clear. So that was that one. I also attended the negotiations for the Workforce Development Board, as far as their expectations for the coming year, or it's 2 years, it's done every 2 years with the state. Their feeling negotiations went back and forth as to, the percentage of, successes that they'd like to see happen with all of the, different levels. So that was interesting, and that's been completed, and I think now it's just look at by the state, by our board, and complete that. So that was my week.
Okay, I attended the Butler Alliance Board of Directors meeting. I don't mention the things going on in Butler County, but some of the things going on in Grundy County, we've heard about the Catalyst grant that was written and successfully a grant in Dyke for the new coffee shop. The investment in that property was going to be ultimately $367,000, which includes the coffee shop, and they do serve breakfast and a very nice apartment upstairs. It was a vacant downtown building and been vacant since the 70s. Jeff did receive a nice thank you note from the two owners, and they appreciated all his help. So that $100,000 grant really helped with the project. So, I started a child care task force, basically, and there are 7 different child care facilities in the 2 counties that are very interested in the work. They're trying to work through the community foundation to get some wage enhancement funds. They want the community foundation to be the fiscal agent. Basically, it raises the pay of the childcare workers, so they have an easier time attracting and retaining employees, because for most childcare centers, there is capacity for more kids. And literally, you've been through this. And they are limited. Well, you had your kids signed up in Rhinebeck, and then they dumped you because they lost employees.
They didn't dump us.
Well, I mean,
They lost 5 employees.
right.
And so we were.
Their ratios were off with the state
Yeah.
guidelines, so, anybody pending, they couldn't take any, maybe they had, you don't
Right.
even know if they had to, turn away some kids that were already going there, so it's a critical problem that keeps people from moving to Grundy County because they can't find childcare, so, that's, active, then he's working with a group along the Highway 20 corridor to encourage business and industry. I don't know what you're hearing, Vic, but there's an effort to get a brand new swimming pool in Dyke. I don't know if that's right in your backyard, right? Or-
Across the street
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's going to be a committee looking into building a new pool. It would be a $2 million project. So he's been asked to be a facilitator or involved in that. They're doing a regional career fair that Jeff is involved with. And he they're targeting some of the John Deere employees that have been let go. He's having discussions with the Grundy County REC about USDA grant funding to market sites and parks focusing on Grundy County. Beeman is getting one of those homes for Iowa Homes like Grundy Center did. And so the council agreed to do that. A 2-bedroom home is $89.99. You have to put in the foundation and or basement. A 3-bedroom home is a bit more. The average home for Iowa Home, complete without garage, is $179,000. So I mean, and he's been through the factory. He said they're very well built. There's a lot of logistical challenges with electrical lines because they bring them in pretty much built, so I remember when the one came to Grundy Center, that was tricky getting a route that involved the fewest electrical lines having to be taken down. So, I think that's about the essence of that. And then I ran the finance meeting at Operation Threshold. Our year end is this month. So over the last fiscal year, there were over 13,000 individuals served by that agency, 5,800 households, 141 community partnerships. They helped people to the tune of $8.8 million to help defray winter heating costs. There were 5,500 households that received utility assistance, and almost 7,000 received WIC help, which was the old food stamps program. And they also are involved in breastfeeding peer counseling. They're doing well. Their longtime fiscal director died, I think about a week ago of fighting a long-term battle with breast cancer that ultimately took her life. There's been a former fiscal director that's been working for the agency because they weren't able to fill that position until her situation was resolved. So in Grundy County, they had 58, this is over the past year, 58 individuals they assisted with crisis matters. Pocket change, which is a fund that if someone's just desperately has an unexpected expense come up, they can help with that. Low income heating assistance, 293. Furnace repair, 4 people, furnace replacement, 2 people. And in July, I don't know why they put July in, but in July in the food pantry, there were over 4,000 pounds of food distributed. So the agency's pretty active here. They did give us a annual report. The poverty level is at $1,920 a month. And so a lot of the programs are tied to a percentage of the poverty level. So, and there is a great need, you know, I think I've been in Grundy County since 1965, well, he's 64, and, you know, we tend to think we're a rich county because of our farmland. We have a lot of people in need. And that's, you know, I've been on that board for 22 years, and every meeting becomes more clear that there's a lot of need here despite what average person thinks, so. Anything else? Did you have anything, Lucas or Vic?
Is that, when they help with heating and
Mhm.
utility, is that like limited to $300?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I just noticed on the
Well-
bills that we paid, there were several
Well,
$300.
sometimes Grundy County Assistance will help people with like a month's rent. They pay the money to the landlord or to the bank if it's a mortgage situation, but they help. Those agencies work well together, so I think if somebody comes out to Operation Threshold and there isn't a program that fits their criteria, then they'll refer them to Grundy County Assistance. I think Todd's taking care of that now. Lori used to do that before she retired, but I think Todd just kind of does that on the side because it's not part of his normal role, so. I don't know exactly what that was. I wondered about it myself. Anything else to come before us this morning? Yes,
I forgot to say, we did receive the new loader.
okay,
It was delivered Thursday.
great. Welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
All right.
We are adjourned.
See you.